Hello dear students, in this video we are going to learn how to find out the rank of a matrix using minor method. Let us understand that what do we mean by rank of a matrix. Rank of a matrix is number of linearly independent rows or columns. What do we mean by independent rows or column? Here we go. It means no two row or column should be equal. Consider only non-zero rows and no row or column should be multiple of other row or column. If you all remember these three things, then finding independent rows will be easy for you all. You all just have to observe that no two row or column should be equal, consider only non-zero rows, and no row or column should be multiple of other row or column. What happens is that when your row becomes same or when your row becomes multiple of other row or column, then it is possible to make that particular row a zero row by applying elementary row or column operations. So if a particular row can be altered, can be make it zero, if we can make it zero by applying row or column operations, then that row we are not going to consider because that row is going to be a zero row and we consider only non-zero rows for finding the rank of a matrix. So that's a very important thing. That's why we say that we have to find out the number of independent rows, because for dependent rows, it is easy to make them a zero row by applying row or column operations. So such rows we don't have to consider in finding the rank of a matrix. We have to consider only non-zero rows, and no two row or column should be equal. Let us understand that with an example, all these 3 points. In first example, which is there in front of you, you can see the second row, which is 2, 4, 6, is multiple of the first row 1, 2, 3. And how many times it is multiple of first row? It is 2 times. So yes, I can perform the operation, which is row operation, on the second row, and I can make that particular row a zero row. So ultimately my second row is going to be 0. So that row I'm not going to consider. Therefore, I'll be left with the rows first and third. So therefore, we can say the rank can be 3. A rank can be 2 of this matrix. In the second example, you can see the first and the second row are what? Same, and the third row is 0 row. So third row is 0 row. We are not going to consider that row. And first and second row, we are going to make, second row a 0 row by applying the operation R2 minus R1. So again, the second row will become 0. So the only row which is going to be independent, which is going to be unaltered, is going to be a first row, and therefore the rank will be 1 of this given matrix. Where in the third example, we all can observe that there is no operation, there is no two row which is same, there are no two row which are same, there are no row which are multiple of other row or column. So and there's no row which are which is containing all the entry as 0. Therefore, the rank of my given matrix is going to be 3. If you'll observe, one more important thing is that over here, it is the last example was an identity matrix of the order 3 by 3. So there's one more important property is that whenever we are having identity matrix of order n, then its rank is going to be n, because we cannot do any elementary row or operation which will alter our row or column. Let us see the formal mathematical definition of rank of a matrix. The rank of a matrix A of order m by n is said to be of rank R if at least one minor of order R is non-vanishing and every minor of order R plus 1 vanishes. Basically, minor methods for finding rank of a matrix tells you that what will be the largest square whose determinant is going to be non-zero. And the rank of a matrix is denoted by row of A. Let us see some important point of rank of matrix. The first point, if the order of matrix A is m by n, then rank of A is less than or equals to minimum of m and n. Basically, this point is telling us that if we are having a matrix which is of order m by n, the maximum rank of this matrix can have is minimum of m and n. For example, if I consider a matrix of order 3 by 4, then the maximum rank that A can have is minimum of 3 and 4, which is 3. The maximum rank of 3 by 4 is going to be 3. If there exists a non-vanishing minor of order R, then rank of A is going to be either or it is going to be more than R. If all the minors of order R plus 1 are 0, then rank of A is going to be less than R plus 1. Less than R plus 1 means it is going to be either R or less than R. Elementary transformation does not alter the rank of a matrix, as I have explained you already that the rank of matrix is not going to be altered by applying any elementary row transformations. Rank of null matrix is 0 if we are, because in rank of matrix we consider non-zero rows, and in null matrix there is no non-zero row. That's why the rank of matrix null matrix is 0. Rank of non-null matrix is greater than or equal to 1. So if we are having a matrix which is having at least one non-zero row, then it is going to have definitely at least a rank 1. If A is non-singular matrix of order n, non-singular means its determinant is not equals to 0. Therefore, then this matrix is going to have rank n. If A is a singular matrix of order n, that means its determinant is 0, then it is going to have a rank less than n. Rank of the identity matrix is equals to order of the matrix. So whatever is the order of my identity matrix, that is going to be the rank of that particular identity matrix. Let us understand the definition of rank of a matrix with few examples. Example 1. Find rank of matrix A, which is there on your screen, which is of order 3 by 3. Let us see how can we find out the rank of this given matrix using minor definition. Minor definition tells us that it is the largest square whose determinant is going to be non-zero. So in 3 by 3 matrix, the largest square possible is of order 3 by 3. So we are going to take its determinant and we will see whether its determinant is 0 or not. We all know that how to find out the determinant of 3 by 3 matrix. So we got value of determinant as -5, which is not equals to 0. Therefore, we can conclude the largest square we got over here is 3 by 3, which is non-vanishing. Non-vanishing means it is not equals to 0. Therefore, we can say we got the largest square and it is of order 3 by 3. Therefore, we can conclude the rank of this given matrix is what? 3. And one more important point you can note over here is that A's determinant of A was non-zero. Therefore, A is a non-singular matrix. And whenever we are having a non-singular matrices, its rank is equals to the order of the given matrix. Therefore, the rank of matrix is going to be 3. Let us see another example. Find the rank of matrix B, which is there, which is again of order 3 by 3. So we all know that minor method tells us the largest square whose determinant is not going to be 0. So in 3 by 3, the largest square possible is of order 3 by 3. So I'm going to take its determinant. We all know that how to calculate the determinant. Calculate the determinant, you're going to get it as. So here I got the value as 0. Oh. So I got the largest square which was possible in 3 by 3 matrix was 3 by 3 and it is vanishing. So from this, we definitely the rank of matrix is not going to be 3 because we got 3 by 3 square matrix which is of order 3 by 3 and it is vanishing. Okay, and we want non-vanishing largest square. So therefore the rank cannot be 3. So therefore B is singular matrix, and we also we know from the one of the property of the rank of a matrix that whenever we are having a singular matrix, then it is going to have a rank less than the order of the given matrix. So therefore the rank of matrix is not going to be 3, it is going to be less than 3. So if it is the less than 3, then it is either going to be 1 or is going to be 2. So let us see that when what is the rank of this matrix, whether it is 1 or 2. Now for this matrix to have a rank 2, we have to find at least one minor, Please understand we are talking about at least one minor. There is a possibility that you will get more than one, but we want at least one. So we want at least one minor which is of order 2 by 2 and it is non-vanishing. So from this matrix, what is that minor possible? So you just try and do. Can I consider this for minor? If I can eliminate this first row and first column, 4 into 6 and 4 into 6, 24 minus 25. So yes, 424 minus 25 and we got it as. So yes, I can see, I can observe, yes, it is possible to have a non-vanishing minor of order 2 by 2. So consider minor of order 2 by 2. So here I have considered M33. That means I have eliminated third row and third column. So here I got. So minus 1, minus 2, 3, 4 take its determinant and I got it at 2. So yes, I got a minor which is of order 2 by 2 and it is non-vanishing because I got its determinant as 2. Therefore, the rank, so we get one non-vanishing minor of order 2 by 2. Therefore, the rank of this matrix is 2. So now here is your exercise question. Try to find out the rank of this given matrix on your own and check whether you are able to apply minor method on finding rank of matrix or not. So from today's class, the points to be taken is that the definition of a minor method, which tells us that the largest square whose determinant is going to be non-zero. The second point is that when we are having a non-singular matrices of order n, then its rank is going to be n. When we are having a singular matrix of order n, then its rank is going to be less than n. When we are having a matrix of order m by n, the maximum rank A can have is minimum of m and n. And the rank of null matrix is the 0. Rank of an identity matrix is the order of the identity matrix. And we saw few examples based on that. So I hope you have understood the minor method for finding the rank of a matrix. Thank you.